What's going on YouTube? Day back again, and today we're taking a look at something a little bit different. Have you ever looked at your kits and gone, man, I wish I could do something unique, something different to make my kit pop and stand out from everybody else's? So today I'm going to show you how to go from this to this in one easy step. How cool is that? No muss, no fuss. Without further ado, let's roll the intro. Alright boys and girls, I hope everybody is having a great day, and thank you for sticking with me. I ended up finding something by accident, and I have to thank one of the members over at Spin Space for recommending this product. He actually recommended it for the ring spinner. This is the loophole. He actually used this stuff for in the grooves, and I went, hey, I wonder what other applications that this can be used for. And this is going to be kind of funky to film this because, well, technically this is glow in the dark, but I'm using a mini UV bulb to do this, but I have to have light to film it. So I apologize if this comes out a little funky, but trust me, this is super cool. So the product we're taking a look at is the Sakura Solid Marker Glow in the Dark, and this is solidified luminescent paint. Taking a look at some of the specs on here. Thermal resistance is 120 Celsius to 10 Celsius or 248 Fahrenheit to 15 Fahrenheit. This is very durable. They recommend ideal for search and rescue markings, markings on most surfaces. You can use it on wet surfaces. Highly resistant to pretty much all kinds of chemicals. Recap after use. This dries after 10 minutes and it is a easy cleanup. I will put links to this and also the alcohol that I end up using, which is the same alcohol I use to clean my spinner bearings, down below because I found that it works the best. Now I don't have a big black light set up, so that would make this a lot easier instead of doing this, but you can see the effect that we're getting. It's nice and pop. This side I have done on here. Pretty much if you have a decent size black light lit up in your room, it is going to make these glow. Not only that, but after it being exposed for a while, they do glow for quite some time. And as you can see, it doesn't mess with the surface or anything. So I know there's a lot of luminescent paint or black light reactive paint, and that is not what this is. This is actually a solid phosphorus marker, and it is almost like a crayon. It is soft to the touch like this, but it does dry solid after about 10 minutes. Now this does work better on pieces like this that it's going to blend in, because as you can see, it doesn't really look any different than that side, but you can use it on things like this. Now here is my recommendations. You do your painting, you do all of that, and do your sealing, and then you apply this to your panel lines that you want to add the special details. And I actually have a XES sitting on the shelf that I want to end up adding this to and see how that ends up looking like. So this is super easy peasy. We are just going to apply it. Now because water does not affect this, we are just going to wet our fingertip and kind of mash it into the panel lines. I would not mess with it too much while it is sitting there. I think this was about $12–14, but with as big as this is going to get you through a lot of kits. Now you can use like a scraper or maybe an X-Acto knife to scrape some off of here and basically putty it into the panel lines, but I am not concerned with that because this is just a demonstration for you guys. Try and go across from the panel line if you can. That's going to deposit the most possible into it. So what we're going to do, we're going to let that sit for about 10 minutes. On this one, we're going to do just this panel line over here. And that's all we're going to do on there. We're going to take a real quick break. When I come back, I'm going to show you the easy peasy cleanup. All right, boys and girls, here we are back again. I've actually let this sit for about 15–20 minutes. And the longer you can let it sit, probably the better. I would recommend, maybe overnight. you know, as long as you're not in a super rush to do so. Now you can do this one of two ways. You can either clean up the heavy excess with a razor blade, depending on what kind of finish that you have on there, or you can just do a cotton bud with the 99% alcohol. On these pieces, am just going to use the razor blade just to scrape off majority of the excess. Now you do want to be cautious. This is kind of sloppy, so keep that in mind. I'm not going for pro here. I'm just giving you guys the idea and let you do what your imagination tells you to do. But as you can see, majority of that came off. We're going to dip. You don't want to soak your piece in the alcohol. You just want to get the cotton bud wet and scrape across the panel line, and that's going to give you the best effect. And as you can see, there are a few little gaps in there. We can always touch that up. I wasn't super thorough when I put it in there, just wanted to give you guys the idea. On here we went a little bit heavier, a little harder to see, which is kind of the point. But I'm just going to scrape off the heavy chunks. Also, by the time that you're done, be prepared for your floor to glow in the dark, because there will be little bits of this debris pretty much everywhere. Now that we have that off, soaking the Q-tip. Once I'm all done, I usually take just a paper towel with some more alcohol on it just to wipe off any extra. So just a real quick overview. I have all the lights off in here, and I know the camera is showing that kind of weird. It's giving a slow motion effect, but that's what you're looking at. The longer that you can have it, say picking up sunlight during the day, the longer it will glow. I think on one piece that I left sitting where it wasn't in direct sunlight, where it wasn't sitting in direct sunlight, this glowed for about 4 hours, I want to say, nice and bright before it started fading out. So I hope you guys all enjoyed that quick tutorial and how-to on something cool that I ended up finding. If you guys want to see more cool things like this, definitely click down and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. There will be a link down in the description to be able to pick this up on Amazon. I think it's a really solid buy, and it will last you forever as long as you keep it all capped up. As usual, YouTube, thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.